crack. Right there, you see that crack? Oh, this is gonna be easy. Oh yeah. Let's go. What's up, gang? What's going on? As you can see, it is 4 a.m. in the morning. About a long day, probably 16 hours. Let's go. This is the job. It's gonna be pretty easy. Pretty easy. Let's go. Hydro. What's up? My YouTube affiliates. It is me, Los the Welder. I hurt my foot. As you can see, it's a little swollen. I don't know why, but it's a little swollen. Right here. Can't bend my toe back. So I gotta get that done. So I don't know what it is, but we shall see. But as a welder, you gotta learn how to, take care of yourself. You gotta learn how to just be more healthy, eat more, greens, and drink more water and shit, man. If you didn't know, I'm a diabetic, so a lot of the times, I'm not perfect. I forget, just like you forget, to, eat healthy and drink more water and stuff like that. Just because I'm rich, doesn't mean that I shouldn't take after my health, because health is actually wealth. Remember that. So just gotta take it easy, I ain't been on YouTube in a minute, man. I've been busy doing different things. But when I get back, I'm gonna be back. So just giving y'all an update of what I've been doing. I've just been trying to learn more pipe fitting skills. Just because you know how to do all the processes don't mean that, you're the best. So I like to be more of a jack of all trades. But TIG welding is my favorite process. Stick welding used to be, but now it's more TIG welding. It's just more cleaner, But anyway, I'll catch y'all at the next light. Peace. What's up? What's going on? This right here is gonna be just a little voiceover because you couldn't really hear me in the shop. Right now I'm at Alfred Conhagen right now, and I'm just gonna show you some of the pipe fitting essentials that you will definitely need on the job. So the first thing you definitely will need is a can. Some type of can. You can use like an Altoid can or whatever you want to use to put your, your cups, your tungsten, all your cowlets. Basically, you need some type of holster, because if you get caught up in the spot that you can't, get down off the rig and get your stuff, you got to make sure you can have a portable thing for you to use. Next, you definitely would need you a camera. You want to take pictures of your art, man. You want to have something to show the people that you can do it and it's been done before. So now you want to get you some penetrant test solution. You got to have, first you want to have your cleaner, clean the part off, get you some penetrant, which is the one in the middle, get you some developer, which is the last one. And you just need this set and learn how to use these so you can know if your weld has cracked or it has any imperfections in it. You want to catch it before the CWI comes around, and you don't want to be embarrassed. So get you some PT penetrant. You definitely need levels. Get you some levels, some good levels. Harbor Freight has some, but I just like to use as much as I can. Get you a grinder. Always make sure you put the shield on your grinder, because, safety guys be tripping and complaining. You don't want that to happen. What else would you need? More levels. You can't never have too many levels. You gotta have some levels, some torpedo levels. That's what we call them, torpedoes. So get you some torpedoes. Definitely need that as a pipe fitter. You definitely need you some quick shims. Get you some quick shims. You never know when something is unlevel, and you might just have a little, a little pump or something that you got to do, and it might be a little bit unlevel. The table might be kind of unlevel, so you definitely want to make sure you get you some quick shims. Definitely get you some quick shims. Next thing we should have is a temperature gun. Definitely have you a temperature gun, because most of these rods that you might be using are critical rods, which I'm a welding specialist, so sometimes I might, be welding on something that needs to be a certain temperature, and if I don't use a certain temperature, it will cause a crack, and then I will have to excavate the crack, and fuck all that. Who wants to do that? You definitely need you some hole pins. As a pipe fitter, sometimes you got to do some two-holing. So if you're going to do some two-holing, you definitely need some hole pins so you can put your levels on and make sure that flange is sitting pretty. Definitely need you some hole pins. And you got to make sure you get new ones. Don't be lazy like me and just keep the same ones because you don't feel like going through all the process. So just buy as much as you think you would need. Next is my Givenchy cologne. I just have it. To me, I spray some Givenchy cologne on at least once in the morning, and it just makes my day better, baby. And yeah, get you some all-purpose writing notepads, all weather. It doesn't matter if you're in the rain, you can still write, because what if it's wet outside and you have to make a sketch? Now you're stuck because your paper's wet. Get you some all-weather, all-protected notepad. Thank me later. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, and get you a portable battery-operated drill. Now you ain't gonna be doing no drilling, but what if you gotta sharpen your tungsten? See, you get you a drill, get the tungsten, put it in the top, get your grinder, use that, and then boom. Now you got a sharp tungsten. Everybody doesn't have access to a tungsten sharpener. You never know where you might be. Next, get you some levels. Get you some levels, because you never know. You might need to, do some pipe fitting in the field, and they just always look awesome. So get you some of these. Definitely get you some levels. Definitely. They got these at Home Depot, Harbor Freight, Lowe's even has them. Get you some of those. You definitely need you a square. Now these are squares as well, and I like to use those, but they just, sometimes I use my quick square, but sometimes the quick square doesn't fit in the spot that I need it to fit in. So the adjustable squares is always best. They got them in different sizes. Some of them come 12 inches, some of them come 6 inches, but this one is the best one I've ever found. This is a square that you can actually move around and set the degrees on what you want your cut to be. So you can go from a 45 to a 90 to a 70 degrees, 20 degrees. What if you got a cut that has to be made at 22 degrees? What you want to do? This makes life excellent. Get you one of these. This is the best square that I have came across yet. You see those degrees is on there? Oh, that is beautiful. I love this thing. If I lost this thing, I'd probably quit. No cap. This is the lifesaver. Definitely a gem. Next is the tape measures. Now, you get you a nice 25-foot tape measure. Hercules. This is just a regular Harbor Freight cheap, tape measure. But sometimes you don't need 25 feet. Sometimes you don't feel like carrying around that big bulky ass tape measure. So then you can just step it down, and get you a nice 16 foot. Works beautiful. Get you a nice 16-foot tape measure. And if you want to go smaller than that, get you a 12-foot, And you might not even need no big heavy ass tape measure. Just get you a nice little 12-foot and you'll be good. The 25 one is good, but it's just heavy sometimes. And you don't feel like walking around with no big heavy ass tape measure. So it's up to you. If you want to look like a badass, then, get the 35-foot and just have a sore hip. Now my next gym, you got to have what I call a peanut grinder. I just call them a peanut grinder. I don't know why. That's what I want to call it. A peanut grinder. So you call it what you want to call it. These are my peanut grinders. I love them. Now, these tips are expensive. So make it count. I'm rich. So I don't really care how much it costs because I'm going to buy it anyway. And I'll probably charge it to the job. So it doesn't matter to me. But the 90 is even better. Well, 45 is even better because you can use these if you have air pressure or not. I just like to use peanut grinders. I do. They're awesome. And you get the cone rocks. Those is nice in the clutch. Those are cool too. Being rich, you just have little toys. This is what I put my soapstones in. Got to get you a nice Louis Vuitton paintbrush. I got that straight from Louis Vuitton himself. Yeah, but this is how we do it over here at Copenhagen. So I hope this worked out for you. Right now I'm in the doctor's right now, so I'm just, doing what I gotta do. Peace.